Hey everybody, I'm Amy from BodyFit by Amy, and this is your yoga core mobility workout. So just like it sounds, it is active recovery. It is all body weight, and we're gonna incorporate some yoga inspired moves and flows, as well as getting a lot of core and mobility. Of course, I'll give you lots of different options to work to your level. Are you ready? Let's do it. Let's start from a standing position. We're gonna get in touch with our alignment because this is yoga core mobility. We're gonna get a little bit more core. So of course, I like to start a lot of active recovery getting in touch with posture and alignment, but we're also gonna do some breathing for our core. So starting here, feet shoulder width apart, let's stack those ears over your shoulders, shoulders over your rib cage over that pelvis, and then pelvis over the knees and the ankles, and just being especially aware of our ribs and our pelvis. So buttoning up the rib cage, trying not to have that flare, and then also making sure that our pelvis is aligned with the ribs, not having that anterior or posterior pelvic tilt. Remember, imagining your pelvis is a bucket of water. We don't want to spill it this way, we don't want to spill it this way, we want to keep it here. Doing all of that while also trying to release the tension. We don't want to grip the glutes or suck in, right? So we're here, finding that good posture, and then hands on your side, diaphragmatic breathing or TA breathing, transverse abdominis. Big inhale. As we inhale, let's let the pelvic floor drop. Let's let our ribs expand through the side, through the back, through the belly, relax, and then exhale into contract. Not a tight contraction, but a lift of the pelvic floor and pulling everything in, right? Zipping up the core. Keep going with that. Inhale to expand, pelvic floor drops, all the way through the sides, through the back, not inhaling up, not inhaling in, but all the way out. Exhale, in, and lift. So keep going at your own pace. Just connecting with that core. And then we're gonna work our way into some basic sun salutations. If you're not a yoga person, I get it, don't worry, we're not gonna do too many. We're just gonna work our way into some options and then build some more core into that. So let's bring those feet together, not forgetting about that alignment and that core connection. But we're gonna do a big inhale up. We're gonna exhale, we're gonna fold it over. So let's take those hands down to the ground, relax your head and neck and shoulders. You can bend your knees to do it. And then from here, let's place the hands on the ground to feel that stretch. And then you're gonna bring those fingertips right up into the shins, straightening in the spine. You can even press back into the shins or the calves, making sure you're not on the knee joints to get that straightened. And then slowly down. So just a few like this. We're gonna work our way into it. So bringing it all the way back up. Inhale up. Exhale down. This time we'll go back into that plank. So inhale up. Exhale, fold it over. Let your body hang. And then we're gonna lift, straighten in the spine, fingertips pressing to the back. And then let's bend our knees, take our hands on the ground. Let's start by going down to all fours. So we're gonna work our way into this as a little warm up, right? And we're gonna sit back into that child's pose. Feel that nice good stretch. Remember, you can always return to this child's pose. Then come back up to all fours. And from all fours, if you want, we're gonna go to that down dog. If that's not right for you, you stay in the child's pose, but down dog. And then wherever you are, we're gonna slowly walk our feet in. We're not gonna do any hops today. We don't have to do that because we often come down a little too fast, but slowly roll it up, big inhale up. We're gonna keep our build. Exhale, fold it over. Inhale to lift, fingertips, hands pressing, straighten in the spine, pressing back on the shins. Slowly down, and again, we're gonna go to all fours. Instead of that chaturanga, child's pose, instead of the up dog or the cobra. Come back up to all fours, curl those toes underneath, and then press up into your down dog. Now, we're gonna do that again, and instead, if you wanna take it to the high plank, chaturanga up to the up dog or the cobra, you can. Walk those feet in. Slowly bring it up. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Your head and neck relax. Don't worry, we won't stay here too long. Inhale to lift, straighten in your spine, press those hands back. Feel that nice, good stretch. Slowly down. You can take it to your knees, child's pose all four, or take it back to that high plank, and then slowly down. You can take it all the way down, or you can drop the knees if you need a little extra support. And then you decide, maybe you wanna come up to that baby cobra, maybe you wanna come all the way up to cobra or up dog, up to you. Relax in the shoulders, curl those feet behind, and then press up into that down dog. I know, it's not often that we do like a full sun salutation or something like it, but we're gonna do it today. Get a little pedal, but not many, I promise. And then again, walk your feet in. Last time. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Let your body hang, I know. And then inhale, press those fingertips back, straighten in the spine. Take it down. Walk those feet back, either all fours or high plank, either child's pose or coming all the way down, up dog or cobra. Curl those toes and down dog. Right through here. And go ahead and walk your feet in and slowly roll it up. Roll those shoulders. From here, let's do a little tap back into low lunge. So we're gonna take it here, big stretch, scroll through, and we're gonna alternate. So a little bit more like our warm up, less like you're not gonna come into warrior or anything like that just yet. Bringing it down, low lunge. But basically to give our hands a little break, and then also, to get that mobility that is promised in your title, right? Let's hold this one down. So you're here. I want you to do a little forward and back, tuck the hips forward to get that stretch, and then I want you to bring your hands on the inside. So I'm gonna angle a bit so you can see, feeling that stretch. If that's not right for you, you can keep it up top. But if you can, I want you to lift up on that back knee and then down. We're gonna keep the arms here for now. Lift up and back down. Lift up and down. And here, and we're gonna reach that arm up. Let's get that world's greatest stretch. Reach through. You can keep that knee up or down, up to you. Reach through. Through. And here. From here, I want you to drop that knee down. Switch your legs. I know it's a little bit weird to switch from the ground, but that's what we're gonna do. Open up the hips, let's get that mobility. Again, you can create a little bit more space. Taking it here. From here, press up and down. Just like that, taking it up and down. And one more. And you can either hold it up or drop it down, and let's get that rotation through your spine. Here. And up, here. And from here, I want you to walk it back. And we're just gonna switch our world's greatest stretch. So you have the option, switch it from your knees or switch it from the plank. So that way we're getting core and mobility right here. Big stretch, big reach. Back down and here. If you want more core, stay up in that high plank, more upper body as well. But if you need to, drop the knees. Up to you, get this in how you want. You can also take it from the top into that right here. Just low lunge, tap back. One more each side, big step, reach. And here. Down to the knees, stretch it back. Child's pose. From here, let's take one arm under, just get that stretch, reach. And back to center. We're just gonna switch, reaching under. And taking it up. At your own pace, allowing yourself to get that nice, good stretch. And here, one more. From here, let's come to a seated position. Starting out here, just letting your knees drop, getting that nice, good stretch. Give our wrists a little bit of a break. And just to get a little mobility, let's come into that 90-90. So we're gonna do that switch. So again, finding what's comfortable for you here. If you wanna turn more on the spine, you can. If this is not right for you, you can sit up on a yoga block or roll up a blanket or a pillow underneath or sit on the edge of the chair. But if you can, we're gonna switch 90-90 right here. If you wanna use your hands. One of my favorite mobility moves. I know we just got a lot of hip action, but we're gonna get a little bit more. And again, part of this is to give our wrist a little break and our knees a little bit of a break from here. Here. Let's get one more each side. And from here, you can just hold, turn your body, or we're gonna come into that pigeon. So we're gonna stretch down into that pigeon. You're gonna give yourself a second. And if that's not right for you, you just hold the 90-90. How about we get a little more core with this? So we're gonna keep that stretch. Hands are here, watch me first. We've done this before, it's challenging. Do the best you can. If you wanna just hold the stretch, you can do that too. Otherwise, big inhale, exhale to lift, lift, down, and down. So you're not just pushing through your hands, you're lifting with your core. Here we go. In, up, and down. So you're keeping that stretch. And here, if that's not right for you, you can just lift to here or here without finishing it out. But really think about using your core. Lift through the center. One more like that. I want you to turn your knee in this way. Bring those hands, get a little stretch through your wrist. We're staying on that same side. So if you were in your 90-90, I want you to come to here. And we're gonna give you some progressions of this, all right? So watch me first. You can keep both your toes down. Inhale, lift. Inhale, lift. So one and then the other. Keep the toes down, knee comes up. Keep the front knee down, back leg comes up. If you're feeling spicy, whole leg, and here, right here. So we're getting some glutes in the back, your hands get a break, and then lots of core here, right? Let's get two more just like that. And then let's hold this one up. You're just gonna lift the knee, toe down or not. Here we go, 8, 7, use the core as if you're trying to bring the knee to your nose, right? Woo, feel that burn. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it back down, ha ha ha. Into your 90-90, rest those wrists. Let's take the knees out in front. As you know, we're gonna get that on the other side before we do Let's give ourselves a little mobility, right? Knees can be out or feet can be crossed. Big stretch over. Reach up. Take it over. Reach up. Over. Let's take it back to that 90-90. And we're gonna turn to that other side. So remember, we started with the pigeon. So if you wanna just hold the hip stretch from here, otherwise turn your body into it here. And let's take these down here, right? Feeling that stretch. Rolling through the wrist if you need to. And then we're gonna do that little lift. So remember, we're gonna lift up to the plank first with that back leg, then lift the pigeon leg, all right? Then little stretch, we'll point the toe straight on, knees to nose, and leg lift. Go ahead and bring it up. Here we go. Inhale, lift and lift. Ooh, I did it all together. But we're here. Here, use your core. Breathe. Remember, you can just do one or the other if you want to just do the back leg. Yes. Core. 2 more. Last one. Now, bringing that knee here. Give your hands a little stretch. You can even just bring them here. Rest those wrists. And we're gonna lift the knee, then lift the leg. So we're here. You have the option to keep both toes down or lift the whole thing up. Here we go. And breathe, then leg lift right here. Squeeze in the glute. And lift. Bring it up. One more. Rest your wrist, and we're just gonna lift with that inside knee. Again, toe on the ground, or if you'd rather, just do a leg lift. But here we go. Nose to knee, here we go, lift. Bring it in. Using your core to do it, I know. 4, 3, 2, 1, relax it down. Rest those wrists. Come all the way down on your side. We're gonna rest our head right here. Woo, feel that little stretch. From here, we're gonna lift top leg and here. So wrists get a break. You can keep your head and shoulders down if you want. We're getting obliques. We're also getting side leg, right? Little Pilates, working it in. And lift. If you want to get a little higher, you can, or add both legs. I have to angle a little bit on this one. I know we've talked about if that bothers your hip, just keep one leg. That works too. Right here. Two more. Last one. Bringing it up on your elbow. We're gonna cross those feet. So you have the option, you can stay on the knee, bring it over, or you can drop it down. We're gonna stay on the elbow, give our wrist a little break. If you'd rather, you can come all the way up. 3, 2, 1. Big reach. And down, lower oblique, bringing it up, and down. Take it up, and here. get one more. And relax. Slowly bring it up. Let's take that stretch over to the other side. Get your head and your neck. Adjust. And then slowly coming all the way down. Right through here. Let your head and neck relax. And remember, if you want to just lift from here, you can. If you want to lift the shoulders. And then eventually, if you want to add both feet, let's go for it. Here we go. Up. So small little lift, but we're getting a lot of work, right? We're getting that mobility and flexibility that we need through those hip joints. Right? Here we go. If you want to bring them up and down. You keep going. I gotta make sure I'm not on my mic so you can still hear me. Up. Almost there. And we're gonna finish it out on our back. Some core and mobility. And relax. On your elbow, remember you can be on your knee or you can scoop it up on your feet. Let's do it. Here we go. Big reach. Slowly down, using your core to lift. So really drive it up. And here. Last two. One more. And relax. Seated position. Drop to that side. And then we're gonna slowly come back onto our back. Slowly bring yourself down. So let's just do a little gentle pull in of the knee. You know, I love this one. We're gonna scoop our arms around for mobility. Starting with just a little back stretch, and you can hold it in for longer. Again, you can have your hands on top or underneath. I'm gonna do a little snow angel arms just to get more of that mobility that we need, right? And breathe. And then if you want, one hand on the outside of the knee, one hand on the inside of the ankle. It's that single leg stretch from Pilates. We're gonna be here. And we're gonna switch. If that's not right, you just keep the pull in, right? Lifting the shoulders, wrapping the core in. Right here, you can point the toes or flex, whatever feels better for you. And you can keep that single leg stretch from Pilates or hands behind the head, crisscross. Making sure you're staying pulled in. I know everything's a little fatigued despite it being our active recovery, right? We're feeling it in the core. Rotating through the torso. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your knees, arms open up to the side. Let's drop those knees to one side and just get that little stretch so we get the mobility. And then go ahead and reach that arm over. Staying on the same side, you can either pull through across your body or open up with the knees. One side, we're open book to here, and then back to center. Again, if you want to be through here, you can. Getting shoulders, hips. Yes, stretch. One more. And then same thing, other side, let your knees drop to the other side, cross that arm over. Reach through. And back. Really making sure as you come across that your head follows, right? So you get that neck stretch as well. And again, you can open big arms or pull it through, reach. And here, back to center, hug those knees in. If you want, come into that happy baby. Great modification, you can just have your hands right below the knees here or on the inside of the legs. If you're able to get to the ankles or the feet, gives you that nice good stretch. This is also a great way to relax the pelvic floor. And if you can, let's bring the feet straight up, right? This is where we're all kind of tight. How many of you are feeling a little shaky like me, or feeling like you can't get too far in or too far straight? That's okay, do the best you can. Really trying to lengthen through the back of the legs. And from here, let's just do a little flex and point, right? Really trying to bring your toes towards you. If that's not right, you just take one leg at a time. And let's keep the leg flexed. Let's lower one down. Let's reach up to the calf if we can. And it's your little scissors. So here, pull in for 2, feel the stretch, feel the core. Pull in for 2. I'm gonna keep a flexed foot to get the stretch. If that's not right for you, put one foot down and keep your shoulders down and just switch here. To me, that's a little harder to get into the stretch, and I would rather have the core. So I'm here, right? In for 2. Yes. Everything pulled in. Again, thinking about wrapping the core, zipping it up, connecting with the pelvic floor, that deep, deep core. What happens when you're not thinking about your pelvic floor and then all of a sudden you think, oh, fishing net, oh, sucking through the straw? Do you feel that connection? Let me know, because I know I do. I wasn't thinking about it, and then all of a sudden, 3, 2, 1, hug those knees in. Gentle roll side to side. Extend those legs out. Turn the palms to the ceiling, roll the shoulders back. Finding what's comfortable for you. I like to have my arms up a little bit, maybe even in a little bit of a T, because it gives me more of that stretch. But if you'd rather be down here, let's make sure you're turning the shoulders out to get the stretch, not holding the tension in the head and the neck. Palms up. You can let your feet roll out gently if that feels good. Finding a position that feels good for you. And then just a few of those diaphragmatic breaths. Doesn't have to be dramatic, doesn't have to be big. But allowing yourself to inhale and release, expand through the sides, drop in the pelvic floor. And then exhale. Just to reconnect, and hopefully you're feeling even more connected to your core because we did that core work, but we also got mobility and some yoga inspired moves. Even though maybe you're like me and it's not your favorite, we always feel better when we do, right? You don't have to get up from the mat, but if you want, join me in a big inhale and exhale. You did it. That was your yoga core mobility workout. Great job, everybody.